Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Tuesday, December 8th, 2015. Black Wolf here in the Lynn-Life, Ra and Asha in the back rooms, still recovering. Betty Jean in the Jamie-Body-Mind, other teammates in other aspects of the physical dimension, all of us in the physical dimension and in the subatomic levels of the physical dimension from the perspective of the spirit world viewers. It seems the work is to begin again in the projects, and we've been working with that so far this morning, so it's likely that the videoed portion of today's work will continue with Thing 1 as the focus, but we could have that wrong. As always, our foundational intention is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions, to manifest the divine plan. The data clearly showing what's needed is to provide a collective restart. Wiser minds above, knowing that nothing happens without a deadline, they have assigned January 17th, 2017 as the day by which we are to provide that collective restart. And knowing that a large deadline needs smaller deadlines leading up to it, we have a series of nested deadlines that lead us from where we are in every moment to January 17th, 2017. The next deadline is the start of winter, the winter solstice. And with that, it begins. What do I know? I know that in order to do our right work, we must be in our right place.
That's true.
That's right. And are the aspects of Team Awakening who are in Thing 1 in their right place? No, they're supposed to be right above, like if you were to drop a line down, it would drop right down the backbone.
That's true.
And they aren't there. They're elsewhere.
That's true.
So
in Thing 1.
Elsewhere in that top of Thing 1 that
That's
we've been
true.
calling the expatriate fantasy land.
That's true.
Areas where all the spirit world presences are living above some kind of like lead-lined barrier.
That's true.
That they have erected to protect themselves, quote unquote, from their host life, which is really disgusting body-snatching behavior.
That's
completely
true.
unethical and inappropriate, and yet millions of spirit world presences are engaging in it in a kind of like group delusion that no one notices, when the reality is everything is filmed by wiser minds above, and everybody's names and ID badges are on the record of participating in this really truly horrible behavior.
That's true.
So the assignment, if I have it right, is for Team Awakening to begin to open up that barrier, to dig down, drill down through that barrier.
That's true.
Removing the separation between this expatriate fantasy land, spirit world place,
Yes.
and the life that they're supposed to, after all, be supporting in fulfilling his destiny.
That's true.
And I see Paul there, and he doesn't want to hear me when I tell him he's got it set up in the wrong place.
No, really doesn't want to hear it.
Paul, this is what we were talking about earlier today. You're still in the wrong place. And what do I know? I know that it goes 1,000 times easier if we just pick up and move to where we're supposed to be, and then everything will fall in place much faster. The short way, what you believe is the shortcut is really the long cut.
That's true.
And what you believe is the long way is really the short way.
That's true. How about this, Paul? Why don't you try it in the other place that we've been channeling is the right place for 1 hour
With a small crew.
with a small crew
And see how it goes.
and see how it goes?
Yeah, he seems willing to do that.
Yeah.
And Ra, too, should be going with you. And leave Glenn in charge of this effort. Nothing's going to happen here anyway because you're set up in the wrong place. It's stalled out. It's a failed effort.
That's true.
It's just a matter of you're coming to
Know that to be true for yourself.
Right.
That's
So
true.
leave Glenn in charge of the failed effort, and you and Ra too, who is not the Ra who's sleeping in the back room, but is
That's
that
true.
other aspect of Ra who came in. The two of you guys take your best people and come do a test.
Try it.
I don't think you guys even have any cable runners with you.
No, there aren't any there.
That's so you're you haven't planned to win or prepared to win. You don't have cable runners. Do you have
That's
any
true.
furnaces, any blast furnaces like Matushi
I don't
to
think
put the lies
so.
into, to convert the lies into energy, to power the probes? I don't think
I don't
you do.
think so.
So you're not provisioned properly.
No.
Well, this is good. When you get to the new place, let's start to call. I'm actually already calling in
That's
machine
true.
presences to meet us at the new place.
That's true.
The place, it's right about
Right
here.
there.
These furnaces are for us to just pitch the lies into. So this humanoid presence that we're referring to as Thing One can be freed of those lies and have a moment's clarity about what's actually going on
That's true.
for himself and in his life. Because he's living almost entirely in a fantasy world of his own creation.
That's true. Fueled by denial and unwillingness to accept that he's made mistakes.
It's fine, because we're error-making machines, and there's nothing wrong with making mistakes.
That's
what
true.
matters is that we acknowledge them and clean up our messes, make it right.
That's true.
Paul is approaching the place that he has resisted coming to all
That's
day
true.
so far, and even from as far as they are, he can see that this is a much better plan. It's like, oh, that flat spot we wish we had, there it is.
There it is.
Oh, that water supply that we wished we had, there it is. And all these other things that we wish we had, oh, geez, it's all here. Okay.
That's true.
So I feel like he's got like a walkie-talkie, and he's walkie-talkieing to Glenn, saying, I think I've found a better spot.
That's true.
Please don't misinterpret this, but can you see how your statement is a little bit misleading? Could you find a more accurate way to word that? Because what you haven't done is acknowledge the error, right? And we're
yeah, he
error-making
seems to agree.
machines, right? Oh, I feel like he's getting out his
feels-
walkie-talkie and
Yeah,
saying to
I was
Glenn,
wrong.
I was wrong.
I was really, really wrong.
This is the spot they've been
Yeah.
talking about, and it looks really great.
That's true. This actually works.
This works a lot better, a lot better.
Let's get our stuff.
Get our
Let's
stuff,
move.
pack it all up. And I feel like Glenn is saying to everybody, okay, pack it up.
It's true.
Let's go. We have another place, a better place. I actually
isn't the
felt
right
a lot
place.
of, I knew this wasn't the right place.
Oh yeah, I felt that too. I feel like, yeah, this didn't really make sense to me.
This didn't make any sense to me.
And that place does make
That
sense.
makes sense. Let's
go
do
there.
that. But I don't think that I can say no one got
Judged
weird
him?
about it. No one judged him. Look, I can see asking to be shown who judged Paul. There's a group of people there who judged him. You see
That's
them, right?
true. I do see them. That's true.
Well, what now? What do we do about this judging group of people? Well, what do I know? I know that if we put our attention on the people who are lagging and the problems, we will spend our entire experience of sentience trying to get people who are arguing with reality to stop arguing with reality.
I know that to be true.
And that there's a lot of work on the table, so
That's
maybe we
true.
just know that they will learn their lessons the hard way through the law of cause and effect.
That's true.
And we move on. But that doesn't feel right either, so we are going to have to say, friends, there's the whole rest of the all that is to deny reality. But
That's true.
on Team Awakening, the instruction is to continually upgrade the standards of integrity to that which will actually work to manifest the divine plan, which means we've got to engage in a search for truth. There's no other way.
That's true.
So, start to examine that feeling that you have and see what you come to see about yourself. And if you can't come to clarity about it, then what's probably going to happen is the next time we screen for intent to do the work as assigned by wiser minds above to specifications in every moment,
You'll be screened out.
you'll be screened out,
That's true.
which is okay. But you won't be here.
No, you'll be somewhere else, wherever the screens
Wherever the screens
are
take
supposed
you.
to take you.
Taking the screens into the furnace with me. Burn us all.
Burn us all.
Stretch, merge, and burn.
Me too, me too, me
To make
too.
it really clear, this isn't a punishment we're inflicting on others. This is a self-care routine that's
That's
extremely effective in burning away untruths. And that as members of a community, we have not only the right, but some might say the responsibility of tending the energy of the group.
That's true.
And so to screen screen not just ourselves, but the entire group repeatedly, many times a day, and burning that which screens out is part of our job. I feel as though they're starting a test drill.
That's true.
And that it's going much better, and they're saying kind of like softer dirt or something like that.
Yes, it's true.
Easier going. So far so good. So far it's looking like this was a good move.
That's true.
And now to get those furnaces going, and now come
That's
on, let's all do it. Paul, Ratu, and all of us, we've got to set the example of digging. Make digging cool. You
That's
see,
true.
Standing around and telling others to dig makes it cool to stand around and tell others what to do.
That's true.
It's important for the team leaders to set the examples, and when we get too big of a pile of lies here, then we'll have to start carting the lies into the furnace.
That's
while
true.
Other people dig a little bit, and then they can keep it clearing.
That's true.
But we start right now setting a really good example, and keep that plumb line hanging down, keep the arrow pointing down so that there's never any doubt what direction down is.
That's
down
true.
means down.
Down.
The instruction is to dig or drill straight down, pretty much through the backbone area, go down that, and it makes sense because that's the support for the life.
That's true.
That's the support for the physical body, okay, which is one way of thinking about a life.
It's one measuring system.
There you
That's
go.
true.
I feel drilling motion.
Yeah, I do. I feel drilling and digging.
And a happy whistle while you work kind of feeling.
Yeah, good attitude feeling.
Camaraderie feeling.
That's true.
And now I'm kind of feeling like a bucket brigade feeling, like handing
starting to
up
clear
the
up.
buckets.
I feel that too.
That's really great. Excellent.
This is good.
More like that.
That's
and
true.
dig all the way down until you come out the bottom of the host presence.
That's true.
And then you'll have a beam of light going all the way through where presumably no lies are present.
That's true.
So that there is a place through which truth can flow. And this person stands a chance of fulfilling his destiny.
That's true.
I feel Kosa kind of like pulling a string on my wrist to get my attention, and she wants to understand how the projects interact with our work in the Search for Truth pillar. This is a good question.
That's true.
The projects give us a chance to practice manifesting a divine plan in a resistant space.
That's true.
Given that the all that is seems to have basically oppositional defiant disorder against their soul plans, it's essential to practice these tools in a resistant space.
That's true.
However, working in a resistant space makes us deluded. We drown in the sea of lies. So the Search for Truth pillar is a place where we work to continually detangle truth from untruth, and in such a way come to know what's really going on. And what we discover is that some people want to live the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and for them their work is in the Search for Truth pillar.
That's true.
And we discover that other people don't want to live to those standards, but they would like to know more about what's true.
That's
and
true.
so for them, they come here and learn the techniques and then take them out into the projects and apply them
That's true.
in a resistant space, and thereby come to learn more about themselves in the process.
That's true.
And also perform service for spirit and accrue grace, which counts for more than we think it does.
That is true.
Does that answer the question? What
Sort
she really
of.
wants to know is, what is she supposed to be doing right
That's true.
now? Thank you. You're supposed to be right down at sea level, clearing away all the lies that have been kicked up over this last week of digging. We've been digging so much, and there's so many piles of untruths that have kind of been released into the air that we need to get these out of here, because they're already starting to kind of like condense out of the air, precipitate out.
True.
And then we're going to have a real mess on our hands if we let these lies calcify in our working space. And so we, all hands on deck in the search for truth space, if we really want to live the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, it's go time to get this garbage cleaned out of here. And she seems to be on it really with intensity now.
That's true.